Hello everybody, it's me Nate aka Devil Dog back with a video. This will be the video for today. I know it's not the rant you guys were expecting. I think that's probably going to make it next year, maybe. But yeah, there's just one more video that I'm going to be releasing tomorrow, and then everyone here at Double Dog Gaming is going to take a nice long holiday, and we'll be back in the first week or so of January 2024. Now, this is a rant about a game company known as GameMill Entertainment. Yes, now anybody out there knows that GameMill, I will give them credit where credit is due. Their name is exactly right. They are nothing more than a game mill. They just take these companies, these studios, these development studios, and work them to the bone and make them pump out garbage. Just run-of-the-mill, cheap, crappy garbage games. Now, as you see from the footage here, yeah, this is in fact another game mill title known as Avatar: The Last Airbender: The Quest for Balance. Now, I'm not going to be reviewing this. I'm just using it as footage to show, to make my point. Yeah, this showed up on my doorstep, and I decided I was going to play it, and I'm playing it. And don't get me wrong, for a game mill title, this one is actually functioning. Yes, and it looks like they actually finished the game. I mean, because we all know the travesty, the abomination that Kong Rise of Skull Island or whatever it was called was. They Game Mill forced that game studio, basically giving nothing more than less than a year to make that game from the ground up with nothing from scratch, no game engine, nothing. And they were forced to make that steaming pile of garbage, which is actually went down to being one of the worst games of 2023 in my book, right up there with Golem. At least I say Golem actually had a budget with it. But that's the problem about this studio, Game Mill Entertainment. They're known for just making just contrived tripe. They get a license and then they shoehorn in some poor development company to actually go and make these garbage ass games, and then they publish them. And my God, every single game that this company has made is a piece of shit. Now, once again, I should say whatever game they publish is a piece of shit, because I don't blame the development studios that are making these games. They're making money, they're doing a job, they're being hired by Game Mill to actually make these games. So I don't blame them, okay, because I know they probably given nothing more than a couple shit sticks to rub together and 10 minutes to come out with a game, or Game Mill threatens to sue the hell out of them, or make them close the studio down. Honestly, that's the problem I have with these these publishers. There's too much power in the publishers of these game companies anymore, and it sickens me. You look at EA, Omnichronic Arts as I call them, how they would buy a studio that had a great IP, and they would make a version of it that they wanted to be different, and they make it into a steaming pile of horse shit to where it wouldn't make that much money. And then the development team, they worked hard, they did what they were told, but then the publisher's like, you know what, you didn't make us enough money, we're dissolving you, you're all getting laid off. And that's what happened with Volition. Volition, actually, believe it or not, the original people from Volition left quite a long time ago, and their original intention on The Last Saints Row was to actually make another sequel with Johnny Gat and all the friends. But the higher-ups from the publisher, Deep Silver, said, no, we want you to make something hip, something cool, something that the kids of today will grasp and understand. We want all new characters. We want this and that and this. And the problem is the development studio itself is forced to do what they're told by the publisher. And so they did what they thought was what the publisher wanted. And it turned out that the game sucked so much donkey balls that they ended up closing down Volition and letting everyone go, and dissolving Volition Entertainment. All because of the publisher, Deep Silver, decided that the people in the suits thought that they knew what would make a better game, instead of just letting the people who have made several other of these games that were hits just make a game and make you money. It's like, hey, dumbass, hey, Suits, you want me to make you money? Then shut the hell up and let me make what I know will make you money. But they don't do that. They don't do that. And then you got, publishers like Game Mill Studios, which basically is the bargain basement odd lot brand publisher that gets these, these licensing deals through Nickelodeon and everything else for like your favorite TV show, your kids show. And then they go out and they find a development company to actually shoehorn into a contract to make these games. And they're never given enough of a budget. They're never given enough time. And I can't say out of all the GameMill games I have seen so far, Avatar: The Last Airbender: Quest for Balance is functioning. Okay, visually it looks like crap, it plays like crap, but this is a game for like little kids, so I get that. I get that. But it's just the problem that I have is I just can't get over these poor game studios that are just trying to put food on their table and keep their lights on, so they're doing a job. But then you have these publishers that just shoehorn them in and make them make a steaming pile of horse crap, and they know it's a piece of crap. And even though it's a piece of crap, they still end up getting a kickback bonus. And in the end, they go, "Well, you didn't sell enough copies of that game, so we're dissolving your company now, and we're take all your assets and everything like that." And it's such a shame to see things actually end up like this. Deep Silver, I used to think was a pretty good publisher, but they've turned to the dark side just like EA and the rest of them have. It's all about money. And the problem is, if you allow people to actually make good quality content, you make money. Because then you got like Rockstar, right? Look at Grand Theft Auto 6 when it finally comes out. It's going to make billions of dollars, and they're even talking about the price of the game might be upwards of $150 now, just for the original version of the game. Now, I'm not talking about a Game of the Year version or nothing. And this is just ridiculous, because you got to think these publishers pretty much can do anything they want. They have all the authority, all the money, all the power, and if you don't do what they ask you, they either fire you or they end up buying your company out and just liquidating everything, firing everybody, and just taking your IPs. Same as Konami is another good example. You got this steaming pile horse nugget Konami that is sitting on all these IPs of all these great games that they could actually maybe outsource to a company that gives a damn to make something, but instead they just rather sit on them and let them rot. And it just boggles my mind. I don't understand why these these game publishers out there ever work like this. I don't know how they keep their jobs. It boggles my mind. It really upsets me. Now, I know this ain't the most in-depth rant of me really screaming and yelling, because I'm kind of in a good mood today, but I just had to point this out, that GameMill Studios has to be one of the worst culprits out there. They're small, and like I said, at least I give them credit. At least they're named correctly. When you hear a company like GameMill, you know it's gonna be shit, and it is. And like I said, it's hard to say, but I would have to say at least this Avatar: The Last Airbender game, it's playable. It looks like they got to finish it. It seems to be a lot larger than Kong, Rise of Skull Island, or whatever. Yeah, Skull Island, Rise of Kong. But it's the same thing, though. It's like they buy an IP, they hire a team, they shoehorn the team in, they lie, they don't give them enough money, they don't give them enough time, and they're like, "You make this, or we're gonna shit can you and fire all you people and liquidate your business." And I'm just so tired of this happening anymore. I really am. There's been so many good development teams out there that's worked hard and put blood, sweat, and tears into the product, just to have them kicked to the curb. Look at what Electronic Arts did with the Dead Space series. Okay, Dead Space 1 was great. Dead Space 2 was pretty good too. But then Dead Space 3 came along, and EA stuck their damn nose in it and said, "Hey, listen, we want microtransactions in there. We want to have two-player co-op. We want it more action-oriented." And that's not what Dead Space is about, and that's why Dead Space 3 failed. And which is a shame, because we never got to see the conclusion that we all wanted to, even with the DLC. And that's what I hate about these friggin' publishers. They have too much stroke, too much power to control the development teams that work on these games, and it's wrong. I'm going to say this, and I know this is going to sound weird, but I really, really wish at this point in time, the way video games have become such a mainstream thing, that these studios should unionize. They should be able to unionize. That way they can set, lock their jobs in, so they won't get liquidated just because the damn publisher decided you didn't sell 80 million copies of that game, therefore it wasn't a profit, so you're all fired. but that's just my own personal opinion. Well, leave in the comments below if you agree or disagree with me on this mild sort of rant that I just did about GameMill Studios. Are there any other studios out there that you think that I forgot to mention that do the same tactic? I think just about all of them do, even Warner Brothers. Everybody does. But once again, please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for tomorrow's epic finale video of this year. And once again, I want to thank each and every single one of you for watching these videos. And here at Devil Dog Gaming, we always end our videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until tomorrow.